Okay, I think this is a good thing. Tell us about it, and then we'll discuss.
Yeah, Ohio lured Intel's chip plant with a $2 billion incentive package. Now, I am not a big fan of subsidies given to giant corporations that could afford to pay the taxes anyway in favor over small businesses and stuff like that that could actually use the breaks and taxes.
I
Um,
agree.
that being aside, as for the gaming community and stuff and the chip shortage, this could help ease some of the demand. I
It also
think.
keeps us. It also keeps us being from being solely relying on outside countries to ship us our chips.
Yeah. So the incentives are worth roughly $2 billion to secure a new $20 billion chip making factory that the company says will alleviate a global shortage and create new technology hub in the Midwest. That's not a terrible idea, but the fact that yeah, well, let's just get the state's development director said Friday that the combination of tax breaks and incentives are likely the largest ever offered by Ohio for what state leaders say is the biggest economic development deal in its history. Santa Clara,
Keep me informed.
California-based Intel, the world's second biggest chip maker, announced a week ago that it had selected a site outside Columbus for two new chip manufacturing facilities. The complex could grow much larger and more quickly if Congress approves a $52 billion bill that would invest in the chip sector. Well, yeah, if you could invest $52 billion in me, I'd make shit go faster too.
Well, it's not just for that one company though. That bill will it's for the entire country. It's not just aimed for Ohio. That $52 billion is for the entire country.
Yeah.
But I do agree, $2 billion is a lot of fucking incentive, especially considering,
They're
where else
already
were they gonna they're gonna build here in America. That was the whole point. So,
and they're already billion-dollar companies. That's the thing that
yes,
bothers me. Why do they need that
you should have
incentive?
you should and before you agreed to do that, you should have made sure that they're going to bring high-paying jobs there.
Right.
Jobs where the minimum pay scale is this. You don't just allow them to come there because then they can say, "Well, we were gonna give people 25 bucks an hour, but we're really only gonna give them 17.50."
Right. And that's what they do. They'll even fly people in to get the plant started and
Yep.
then it'll die.
Or they'll fucking take that $2 billion and then claim something went wrong and half-ass build the facility there and close it down a year later.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, that the billion-dollar corporations are fucked. They should have incentives for the residents instead of making them pay the costs. Exactly. 100%. Like,
Yep.
make it work for the people that live in the area that this is going to affect. Not these fucking rich billionaire CEOs who don't even live in the fucking area. They're siphoning the money out of the area by doing this.
But let's see how the breakdown goes. I think they're going to tell us how their $2 billion breakdown goes in the rest of the article.
Oh, includes 600
There it
million
is.
to help Intel offset the cost of building the factories. Also, another 700 million for road work and water infrastructure upgrades, including a system that will allow the plant to reuse wastewater. That's kind of cool.
That's
Uh,
good.
Approved 30-year tax break that will allow Intel to save 650 million. Eek.
That better be state taxes and not federal taxes, although you're still getting fucked.
Yeah. The state's share will be money well spent because the Intel facility will not only create jobs but also make Ohio more attractive to industries such as auto, aviation, and defense that rely on chips. These investments will not only ensure that this project is successful here, but will also be supporting the region by increasing local infrastructure to support future growth. Yeah, that can kind of work. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can go both either way.
Yeah. So, maybe our graphics cards will get cheaper in 10 years.
Hopefully. Yeah, because it'll
Maybe.
take a while to build that plant.
Yeah.
That's another thing that and look, all I'm saying is China built a fucking hospital for COVID in like a week.
Yeah.
We can't build a house in a week.
No, but you also know what they paid those workers in China?
Yeah, probably a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they got paid a lot. I'm just saying, come on, guys, let's not take like okay, like around here, whenever they're doing road work, they'll say we're planning to do this road work over the next 12 months, and it'll fucking take like 2.5 years.
Right. Yeah, that's a big point there, Grammy. In Pittsburgh, that fracking company got a big tax cut and have yet to employ the people in the area. Exactly. They
There you
fly they
go.
fly in specialists to run the plant. They're just using the land, and then none of that goes back to the community at all. That's
Yep.
what happens. It's probably what's going to happen with this because Ohio faces it's a fucking shithole.
It's Ohio.
It's Ohio. I mean, a lot of anarchists like Ohio because it's a shithole and they can afford to live there. But, you know.
My dad lives there. That's enough reason for me not to visit.
Yeah, fuck Ohio. That's what Boeing does at their facilities all over the globe, and now they just have poison water and earthquakes now.
So, speaking of poison water, I don't know if you guys heard, but recently there was that massive waste spill or gas spill that leached into the water in Hawaii. There's also another base. A Square can tell me what base. I don't remember which it is, but they are about to pay out to people in a local area because they infected the groundwater with shit. And it is slowly being believed that bases all over the country are about to have to be inspected because they think a lot of these bases have infected groundwater in certain areas.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, our local base here in Georgia is one of the ones that they believe may have infected the groundwater.
Yeah, that's what happened when I was doing the jobs at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. They had all sorts of groundwater issues, radiation and asbestos leaching out, and they just buried it.
Yep.
They just buried it to keep the project moving because they spent billions of dollars. It was mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
But
it started
that's
in
how it
Camp
goes.
Lejeune in North Carolina. Yeah, it is. And the thing is, they'll pay out to these families and they'll clean up the area. But then, 30 years from now, we'll find out that they're doing similar or just as bad shit with new chemicals.
Yep. Oh, Totoro, I'd vote for you if you ran for office in Pittsburgh. Hell yeah.
Do it.
Who wouldn't want a Totoro as mayor? That'd be dope.
A Squared says I can't run for politics. She'll leave me.
Yeah, that's fair. Just don't. If you do run, don't run to win.